The world is a dark and mysterious place. There are shadows lurking around every corner, whispers on the wind that hint at something more. These stories, ripped from the headlines and whispered in hushed tones, are all true. They delve into the heart of the unexplained, where logic fails and the paranormal takes hold. Get ready, because what you're about to hear might just chill you to the bone. Laura was captivated by the vintage charm of the Grand Blackwood Hotel. Its ornate architecture and rich history whispered tales of a bygone era. She eagerly checked into room 307, drawn to its antique furnishings and the promise of a restful night. But as Laura ventured out to explore the hotel and returned later that evening, she was met with an unsettling sight. Room 307 had vanished. No trace of it remained, not even on the hotel registry. Hotel staff looked at her with bewildered expressions, claiming no knowledge of such a room. The room she had occupied just hours earlier had simply ceased to exist, leaving Laura in a terrifying state of disbelief. In 1878, a small Canadian town called Amherst became the epicenter of a paranormal maelstrom. At its heart was Esther Cox, a young woman tormented by an unseen entity. Objects flew across rooms with violent force, furniture overturned, and fires ignited spontaneously. Esther herself was physically assaulted, scratched, and even bitten by the unseen assailant. The haunting attracted widespread attention, drawing in paranormal investigators and skeptics alike. Some dismissed the events as elaborate hoaxes, but many were convinced by the sheer intensity and inexplicable nature of the phenomena. Esther's ordeal, lasting for months, cemented the poltergeist of Amherst as one of history's most documented and disturbing paranormal cases. Guys, this next one is truly terrifying. The Dybbuk box. This wine cabinet, said to be haunted by a Dybbuk, a restless, malicious spirit, has a dark history. Those who've owned it have reported experiencing nightmares, illness, and even strange occurrences like lights flickering and objects moving on their own. Some even claim to have seen shadowy figures lurking near the box. This thing is no joke. It's like opening a portal to something dark and sinister. The energy surrounding this box is palpable, and the stories associated with it are enough to make your blood run cold. The Sydney Opera House, a majestic landmark, but beneath its beauty lies a haunting tale. They call him the Phantom, the ghost of Frederick, a former stagehand who met an untimely demise within the Opera House walls. People have reported seeing his ghostly figure wandering the catwalks, hearing his disembodied laughter echoing through the halls. Some even say he plays pranks on the performers, like mysteriously moving props or causing lights to malfunction. Could this be Frederick's mischievous spirit, forever tied to the place he loved? It's a haunting reminder that some spirits never want to leave the stage. This story, guys, is one of the most well-known and chilling hauntings in American history. The Bell Witch, a vengeful spirit that tormented the Bell family in Adams, Tennessee. This wasn't just your typical ghost story. This entity was violent. It physically assaulted family members, whispered threats, and even poisoned the patriarch John Bell. This wasn't just bumps in the night. This was a full-on assault by an unseen force. The Bell Witch is a testament to the dark side of the paranormal, where spirits can hold grudges and even inflict harm from beyond the grave. This case, man, it's one of the most heavily documented poltergeist cases in history, and it messed with everyone who came into contact with it. We're talking about the Enfield poltergeist in England. A family, a normal family, was suddenly tormented by an unseen force that moved objects, spoke through an 11-year-old girl, and even threw her around the room. Skeptics and believers, they all flocked to this house trying to figure out what was going on. Some thought it was a hoax, but the evidence, the recordings, the sheer terror in those people's eyes. Dude, it's impossible to deny something was happening there. This case is a dark stain on the history of paranormal investigation. It's a haunting reminder that sometimes the unseen world reaches out and touches us in the most terrifying ways imaginable. This is one of the most unsettling stories I've ever come across. Imagine moving into your dream home only to be bombarded with creepy letters from someone calling themselves the Watcher. This wasn't some harmless prank. These letters were full of threats and intimate knowledge of the family, like the Watcher was always lurking nearby. The family's excitement turned to dread as the letters grew more menacing. They tried everything: police, private investigators, even changing their routines, but the letters persisted. The psychological torture was relentless. In the end, they had no choice but to abandon their dream home, forever haunted by the unseen Watcher. Point Pleasant, West Virginia. A place where the line between reality and nightmare blurs. This is where the legend of the Mothman was born. People reported seeing this massive winged creature with glowing red eyes lurking in the shadows. Some dismissed it as mass hysteria, but the sightings were too frequent, too consistent. The Mothman's presence seemed to coincide with strange occurrences, mechanical failures, and a growing sense of unease. Then came the Silver Bridge collapse, a tragedy that claimed 46 lives. Some believe the Mothman was a harbinger of doom, a warning we failed to heed. Was it a paranormal entity or something entirely unknown? The mystery lingers. We've journeyed into the heart of some of the most chilling paranormal mysteries. The vanishing hotel room, the Enfield poltergeist, the Mothman. Each story a chilling reminder that some things defy explanation. So I ask you, do you believe? Are these just stories or glimpses into a reality beyond our understanding? The line between our world and the unknown is thin, a veil that can be pierced. Be careful what you seek, for sometimes the darkness seeks you back.